I met a lot of great people here that along the way helped me feel, you know what I'm saying, like I belong here. But the truth is, man, I done encountered the racism, you know, the people who act like I don't belong here. I was just in the store yesterday and I walked up to the register and I guess I got too close to a guy, and I don't want to say, I hope it was because of Corona, but it's like I was almost contagious to him. And, you know, it took everything in me to keep from asking him, you know what I'm saying, sir, you know what I'm saying, man, am I any harm to you or something like that? Because he felt kind of offended. The body language he gave out to me. So it's just, man, I feel accepted by, you know, like I got good friends here like Ronnie and Mike Leeds and the Putney family, and it's a couple more people, you know, I don't want to name too many people because I don't want to forget nobody, but the Schaefers that I live with, great family, man, they embrace me from day one. They treat me no different than they treat their own kids. They give, you know, access to vehicles. I'm loved here by many, but I'm also, you know what I'm saying, knowing that I'm not accepted by people here too as well. First day out in the neighborhood, I got the police called on me because I was black in a white neighborhood. The police told me that they got a call about a white guy walking in the neighborhood, and it wasn't just one police that pulled up on me. It was within the time span of like 30 seconds from the first police officer engaging me. It was a total of 7-8 police cars pulling up for this one black guy. And remind you, I'm walking with a white man. So I'm trying to understand at what point did I pose any threat to anybody in that community. All I was doing is trying to, you know what I'm saying, get out and work on my public relations skills. Every other race is welcome here more than the black race. We still at the bottom of the totem pole, you know. They've treated it like, I'm just be honest, if you just look at it, with racism comes with a lot of derogatory name calling. We've been told for centuries we're coons, we're monkeys, we're jackasses, you know, we're this, that, and the third, go back to the jungle where you belong. So some people has processed that over the time, down through the generations. Some people have passed that down through generations. So this is what America breeded in the black community. You said we was animals. You treated us like animals. So this is the response that you get from the black people, because like I said, our pain and hurt is totally different from anybody else, because we suffer different for a country that we built and a country that we fight for. Not fought for, we still fight for daily.
So
that's cool.
First of all, I'm from Georgia.
Oh wait, what?
So I come from the South. I'm used to more, where I come from, white people in general are more so like that crowd, like you were saying, like the real Second Amendment, real like lots of Confederate flags, that type of thing. It's to be black in that environment is a little scary. Those types of things are intimidating to us. But here, I haven't noticed that as much. I feel a lot more welcomed, I would say, here in Wenatchee. I really like it here, to be honest.
I would say that I do like it here. I find that people here can be inviting. I don't think everybody is inviting. I think that most people are inviting. We both actually work as dentists, so we see patients on a daily basis. And I think a lot of times when we see patients, they are pretty accepting, but it's an initial reaction of like, oh, this is a black person who's a doctor who will be seeing me today. Mm-hmm. So I think that that's tough. I've had patients that kind of say, well, you don't look like a doctor. And I say, well, what does a doctor look like? And they say, I don't know, tall, male, so on and so forth. So I think it's hard, you know, even when you make it, you still have to break barriers. You're always fighting prejudices. You're always fighting stereotypes. Like, if you think it's hard to become something, it's 20 times harder when you're black and when you're a minority. And on top of all that, I'm gonna share a story, because we work again as dentists. So just actually Tuesday, we went to the grocery store after a 10-hour shift, and we were just trying to pick things up the day before my birthday, just, you know, some ice cream and fun things. And we were in our scrubs with our ID cards on, and there was a sheriff there. And
he's in the checkout lane next to us.
And a lady with, you know, like a Trump shirt, pro-Trump shirt, comes up, and she goes to the sheriff and says, "Thank you for your services." And then she looks at us and says, "During these difficult times," and stares at us and then leaves the store.
And she has this like disgusted look on her face.
Yeah, like, "Thank you for your services." And then when she says difficult times, the only two black people that are right next to the sheriff during these difficult times. And we're in scrubs during COVID. We see patients every day, and it's troubling to go through things like that, because we left our communities to come here and help this community, because there is a disparity. There are a lot of people who need help, and we're here and we're willing to do the work. So we deserve the same respect just like anybody else.
I honestly do feel invited.
I was gonna say that's gonna be a long interview.
I honestly do feel invited. I mean, at first I was a little scared coming in. But once I actually got here and, you know, got to interact with some folks and things of that nature, yeah, I enjoyed it. I love it. I already told my family I don't plan on moving back, because I actually love being here.
Where are you from originally?
DC, Maryland area. I mean, I haven't even experienced any things like that. I mean, regardless of where you go, you're going to have, you know, one or two folks that are like that. I haven't experienced anything like that. And I mean, again, the most I think that can possibly be done to make it a little more, you know, inviting or a little more welcoming is continuing to do things like this. You know what I mean? Which is, like I said, one of our goals. Just continue to show the community that, you know, it is diverse. You know what I mean? We do have folks and people of color, you know, here and wanting to be involved and wanting to, you know, be a part of the community. So I think if we continue to do those, show these, have these sort of events, we'll be fine.